Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. So I'm here with a pick a card reading, and this is kind of a what spirit needs to tell you right now kind of thing. We're having really interesting energies coming up with the new moon tomorrow, the black moon in Leo, which is conjunct with the Leo sun right now, and also Mercury going direct. And so I feel like during this time of shifts and pivots and intense energies, I feel sort of this wanting to take sort of a spiritual moment, with the readings, and not so much get into relationships so much as get into personal, kind of a more of a personal spiritual thing. So I might do a few more of these until we shift into past the new moon and into August. But for now, we're going to have this pick a card. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. What spirit wants to tell you right now? We have the blue ocean ring. We have the diamond ring. And the dark blue sapphire ring. And so take a deep breath. Release your breath. If you didn't close your eyes, close them. Take a moment. Now open them and let them drift to the pile meant for you. All right, let's begin. Okay, and so we have pile number 1 with the ocean ring. That looks kind of pretty with the cards. And so this first pile, these are all Cheryl Lee Harnish's decks. And the first one is from the Return of Spirit. And you have Caretaker. So Caretaker is about, being a giver. You're just a really kind person. If anybody ever needs anything, you're right there for them. You're basically an earth angel, and everybody that comes in your life, you touch their lives, and you make it better. You have a beautiful, big, loving heart, and you're really appreciated, and the angels are shining on you. But the card is saying that it's now comes a time where you have to consider your own needs above others and make yourself a priority and put your needs first, because if you don't have that wellspring to, from your energies, if your energies are low, then it will be hard to give and help other people. So you definitely have to focus on you. And sometimes you might have to say no, and I know that can be hard for some people, and sometimes it's hard for me. But it's time now to focus on yourself and maybe get a little bit selfish, not in a negative way, but in a way that is good for you and healing for you, and let somebody else take care of you for a change. All right, and then we have from the Divine Guidance card deck, number 39, which is Resolution. And so resolution's all about seeing life as a puzzle, and we put the pieces together in a way that fits us. So until now, your puzzle hasn't seemed quite right, hasn't seemed to fit together just the way that you need it to. And it seems been sort of maybe out of balance, out of harmony. But even though some things feel like they just won't work, shifts and adjustments are happening now. You'll find the things that will start to fall into place, and that everything will fit together perfectly in your life. So this is a great energy coming up for you with the shifting of the moon and Mercury and the sun, and the planets are kind of aligning in your favor now. And so you're going to feel this great shift. And then finally, we have from the Path of Soul Destiny card. we have number 11, which is in flow. So this is saying that this is an expression that's full flow, in full flow right now. Like, let yourself be heard. It is time to shine, time to take center stage. It's about feeling the universal flow of energy, joy, creativity, and communication. So it's time to sing and dance and let yourself be seen in all your glory. Let your creative inner being free. Like, just let it go. Express all of those things inside you that you would normally hide from the world or be kind of shy about. So I'll go ahead and do some charms to add to this reading and see what kind of charms Spirit is guiding you towards. That might give you a message to enhance this spiritual message that you've already had right here. Shake it up a little bit. Okay. So you got the big letter C. You got baby. So, this could have to do with babies and children and being pregnant and that kind of thing. But I feel like this really, for the majority of you, is about new ideas and new beginnings, a newness happening. This is liberty, so you're going to feel very liberated and free and ready to conquer things. The candlestick, a lot of times to me, most of the time it signifies like a candlelit dinner, like a date night, but I feel like it could also be like the light in the dark, something shining a light. Something about the outdoors, though, that can be helpful, like about the zen of riding a bicycle can help you really get in tune with your inner self. It physically helps you, but it also sort of mentally helps you. I've been in that situation where, training every day on the bicycle, and it really is amazing how relaxing it can make your mind too. And then you got the mermaid, so you're really beautiful, deep thoughts. This is going to be this upcoming month, I think specifically, but this is a period of just kind of an endless period of beauty, resurgence, really shining, being you. Look at that, you got both mermaids. It could be that you have a twin out there that is just as much a mermaid as you are. Not so much maybe maid, or this could mean that you have a mirroring thing going on. So you're seeing yourself really for who you are, and that's beautiful. You're going to have beautiful success and amazing light come into your life soon. You get the feathers, so watch out for the signs from your spirit animals and guides. A rock means a lot of steady stability here, firm foundation. You got the knife, which means to me the truth, the finding the truth of the matter and pinpointing it. You got the the parasailing guy, the water sports, it's like being out and letting the air guide you and move you, it's kind of like, this is a neat combination of how the air and the water combine together to make this a fun experience, And then you've got the rider, which is about news coming up or in some kind of journey, but like some kind of communication or news, good news usually. Somebody very interesting in your life might help bring about change in your life, so keep an eye out for this. It's kind of like a change in perspective, Jack Skellington looked at things one way, and then he sort of evolved, and he learned a lesson from the way he saw things, and so that could be a similar thing for you going on there. But you definitely have a lot of music going on, and singing. I feel like singing or instruments are strong here. You have the mask, so this could still be part of the fine arts, performing arts, masks like characters and acting and that kind of thing. You've got the crosses, Spirit is watching out for you. You've got Pegasus, so you've got this soaring thing. You're really gonna soar. I feel this energy is coming up where you're just gonna feel very powerful and excited, and things are gonna go really well for you. You have a mermaid, another mermaid. It's like you and your twin are making a baby mermaid or something. Then you have the little fairy, so it's very blessed. You have another fairy, so doubly fairy blessed. And this is the moon fairy. So the moon fairy is kind of keeping an eye on things in the background in the secret world and of dreams and stuff. So you have the karmic wheels. Feel like everything is coming full circle. Now that Mercury's going direct, things are really going to come to you. Really a lot of bounty, a lot of success, a lot of excitement. I feel like I feel like a strong performing arts kind of situation here for you. But that doesn't mean you have to stop working at it. Keep working hard. Also, maybe part of your talent is landscaping or something having to do with beautifying the world. And then you got P and a U and the K and E, T, G. Safety pin for safe. You're safe in this situation. And a birdie. So birdie is kind of like a spirit animal. Watch out. And the deer, I think, is also a spirit animal. So those animals that come out to greet you, pay attention to what you're thinking or feeling in that moment, because they might be saying you're on the right track. So trust, everything's going to work out great. I feel like whatever you have planned coming up for you next, Spirit saying it's going to work out great. You have a lot of support, and it looks like I had something flew in my throat. It looks like a musical performing arts kind of situation going on for you, so that's really exciting. So I hope you like that. So I'm going to move on to the next now. Okay, and here we have pile number 2 with the diamond. And first card we have is from the Return of Spirit, and we have Rejuvenation. So rejuvenation is about, symbolically, it's like the calm after the storm. So the clouds have parted, the air is fresh and crisp. You're about to move into a place of calm within your life. This is rejuvenation of both the heart and the inner spirit. Life has its ups and downs. We're dealing with cycles like Mercury in retrograde, but sometimes things come around in a happy, positive way. And so you'll be able to sense ease with your life again, finally. And you'll feel better for a while. You'll feel that everything is right in the world. And the normal stress will go away, and everything will feel really good. And life will have some demands, but it'll be just easier and more manageable right now. You'll feel strong within yourself for the upcoming period of time, and during this time of ease, you'll find that your sense of feeling good about your life and who you are as a person is restored. So you will strengthen your feeling of connection to the source, and you feel supported and cared for and provided for, and so you'll feel like safe and secure. And then also the path ahead won't feel like as scary or too unknown. It'll feel clearer and easier to follow. Like you'll have this sureness about yourself. And this will have physical benefits as well. You'll experience more being in sync and in tune with your body, and you'll feel that you have more energy to do things, and you'll feel harmony and be able to express yourself physically easier too. So this is a beautiful experience in every way, and be brave enough to come down, and that, you know, this human skin, this suit that you live in, you know, deserves all the love and attention, and you're about to become like reincarnated in the sense you're transforming physically, spiritually, and everything. So it's a really exciting, positive time here for you. And so, and the next card we have from the Divine Guidance, number 43, which is the Earth Angel. So the Earth Angel is about saying, well, you're an angel, you're an Earth Angel. It's time to recognize this and honor the beautiful spirit that you are. And once you are incarnated, sometimes we forget who we are when we're born, when we come to the earth. And as time goes by, you realize through experiences that you have a memory. So it's time to claim your wings, knowing you can really make a difference in the lives that you touch. You have a magic, loving, angelic beings with you too, and they support you on your divine path. So feel safe in allowing yourself to follow the path that you are guided to walk. Whatever that path may be, you are ready to spread your wings and fly, just like the airplanes flying. And then we finally have the Path and Soul of Soul Destiny cards. And, you know, you're the only one, but 2 flipped out. Card 3 and 4 flipped out for you. So this, I feel like, is really great because you're an Earth Angel, plus card 3 and 4 of the Path of Soul Destiny cards is saying that you are awakening and ascending. So in the awakening, this is saying creative energy and self-empowerment. It signifies inner awakening of previously unseen inner abilities and powers and gifts. You're going to learn about your gifts. There's a strong spiritual and creative force rising within you. Rise to the call. So feel your own strength and utilize the gifts that you have. Then also, once you've found your gifts, empower others with your leadership qualities and help them find their gifts and find creative solutions. Allow yourself to shine, and it's time to share your strengths and gifts with the world. And then, the awakening period will be really short for you, and you probably have already had it, and maybe you just have it again. Once the new moon might kind of stir things up again. And explain to you about this whole ascension kind of thing. So ascension is your energetic field is in a state of change and expansion. You have begun to vibrate at higher levels as your consciousness moves more in alignment with your higher self. You're one of the forerunners working towards ascension to raise the consciousness of the planet. The changes you are experiencing are not always comfortable, but they are necessary for continued growth. A lot of you, like my sweet Queen Sugar, Monique, has headaches, nausea, things like that. A lot of you will experience these physical issues. A lot have to do with the effects of the changing energies. But I feel like also the changing energies, the moon, the new moon in Leo, plus the shifting of Mercury going direct, also Jupiter's going direct too. So these shifting energies also are kind of heralding to your transformation and your growth, and it might make you feel a little dizzy, a little sick, a little off balance. But just try to align yourself and relax and take care of yourself, because the true beauty of your soul is beginning to show, and it has positive and uplifting effect on others. So let's go ahead and add some charms to this reading. Let's see what we get. So I'll just go pour them out. So you've got the you got the AC/DC button. I feel like this is like an amazing energy that's happening here. It's very electric. It's kind of, and it's dynamic, and it'll feel kind of strong and intense. I feel like also just on top of having a great spiritual awakening and spiritual newness, you're going to have an abundance too. You're going to have money coming into your life really easily now. Your beauty, your physical beauty, you're going to feel sort of transformed on the outside as well. But as a general, like this symbol means beauty, but also it doesn't necessarily just mean physical beauty. It means truly a beautiful soul that you have, and deep empathetic kind of communication. So you get these letters, X's and K's, and you have faith. I know somebody named Faith out there that I didn't spell out in the Scrabble letters. But they saw their name. And this diamond, I feel like, is two things. It's just like this beauty, and it's just like this money. It's like beauty and abundance. This is coming really strongly for you. Definitely with this new moon, plus with the sun in Leo, and the shifting of the retrogrades going direct. All of that is bringing this. You also have hope and faith. Was another female name up there. And then you got the sun, so full of the sun that is Leo's ruler, and just abundance. And I feel like there's a lot of light is into your life right now coming, just beautiful energy. Anything that might have had trouble before, anything that needed to be repaired will be easily fixed now, will be corrected. And you get the little turtle, so like this is the turtle that walks to the tides and goes away from the tides. So just keep check on your emotions. Are going to be kind of interesting, fluctuating high and low, and also take care of your physical body, and and pay attention. If you're feeling headaches and things like that, it could be just purely energies, and so do things to relax yourself and try to center yourself again. You got the ballet slipper, so maybe some dancing will be good for you to help center you. I know that belly dancing is one of my favorite ways to line my chakras, plus get some physical activity in. Yeah, so that you get to do yoga's good too, but if you like dancing, you might like belly dancing. And here is the little rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and I feel like this is kind of saying there could be a specific date that's important, that's coming up in the next few weeks or so. So, keep an eye on that date, and don't forget about it, and don't be late for it, because it's going to be important. And then the elephant is kind of like memories, reflecting. It's okay to reflect, we don't want to stay stuck in the past, but you definitely can reflect on the things that might, good and bad, things that might have happened, and realize that's that past, and be grateful that this is a new day, and things are getting better. You got an M and an M and a G and a V, and you got the tropical island, maybe some kind of last minute getaway or trip or something. You got New York, so maybe you're going to New York, somebody you know from New York, or you're gonna, this just might indicate doing more traveling. The shuttle, though, is a way different kind of traveling. This is like out of space, this is kind of like reaching new heights. This is really being expansive. So your reading has a lot to do with being expansive. It's about ascension. It's about, growing and expanding into like amazing heights, amazing level of being, There's going to be a lot of intellectual work here and communication. You got the Libra, so you are charming, and you got Pisces, and that is intuitive. So I feel like those are going to be parts of your personality that will come into play, but you could also meet these kind of people with these signs, or this could be you. So I hope you like that, you guys. It's a little bit of an extra guide from Spirit through charms, and hopefully that resonates with you. You might find something there that is specifically meant for you that resonates. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. Okay, and last but not least, we have the sapphire, dark blue sapphire. And these are Cheryl Lee Harnish's cards, and the first one is the Return of Spirit, and you have voice. It's neat because that looks like, vocal cords. I love that. And so voice is all about finding your voice and, really being able to express yourself. It makes me think a lot of that chakra, the throat chakra, and how if you work on the throat chakra, you'd be able to block this area that you might be having trouble with. So let your voice be heard. You are beautiful and wise being of the divine, and you're made to bring forth your individual truth and expression. So don't hold back. Don't stay small. And because right now you're being called to use the gift of your words and the power of your voice. What you have to say is important, and what you share is needed. The world needs to hear you. You could be finding yourself being asked to step out in front of groups to talk, or you may be finding that situations keep coming up where you're being given an opportunity to be vocal about what it is you think, believe, or feel. So this I know can make you feel shy or a little embarrassed or taken aback, but the card and Spirit is saying that right now it's a time for us to take advantage of those opportunities to help people, because that's our destiny. Express yourself openly. It's time to heal those feelings that you feel that may be uncertain about expressing yourself, and let yourself be heard and seen. So each of us have a unique expression, whether you're being asked to sing, chant, pray, speak, or teach. It's your voice that needs to be heard. This can also be related to simply stating what is true for you in your relationships. It could involve stating your point of view, your needs, your desires, regardless of how different they may be. So it's time to remember who you are. You are a spark of God. Stand up for yourself, stand tall in what you believe, speak from your heart, and your words will always be heard. Your voice is a gift, and it's meant to be shared. You're about to empower yourself in a way that you have not been ever experienced before. So you'll notice that by taking this first step of being vocal, everything is going to start to align even more and more, and you'll know what you're really here to do, what your purpose is, what your destiny is. And speaking of destiny, let's take a look at your divine guidance here. So your divine guidance is 17, which is empowerment. And so empowerment is about, it's showing you a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow through the third chakra. So look, your chakras are opening up. The voice, your throat chakra, the fifth chakra, plus your third chakra, which is the power center, which is at the solar plexus. And through your willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. And through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. And so this is exactly what the world needs right now, and you are giving the great gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. So that's really great. And then let's see what your final card is number 25, which from the Path of Soul Destiny card, and that is nature. So I feel like you're This kind of reminds me of Kitty Cat. She sings and she chants and she goes out in nature to do her thing, but you might have a similar kind of path for you. So let me just tell you what yours is. I like this too because it looks, he looks a little bit like a lion, like some kind of animal face, doesn't it? So, nature. It's time to return to nature and reconnect. Enjoy the scent of flowers, walk quietly by the ocean, hug a tree, and get rooted in the core the core of Mother Earth. And it's time to look within. Nature will bring you back on track. So watch, listen, breathe, and connect. Feel the pulse of life streaming throughout, fully and naturally. Through our heart, we are connected to all things, including our higher self. So sit quietly, relax, still your mind, place your hand on your heart. And see, this one's the heart chakra, I feel, So align your chakras out in nature by humming and chanting meditations, but also like you can do something like what I do or what Kitty Cat does and do like a YouTube channel, whatever, where you connect with people and share your gifts. But I feel like your gifts will definitely be a spiritual thing where you're using your voice. That's first and foremost. And nature as your guide. So like a fairy, you use your nature. And it's here that you will find your truth. So let's see what your charms have to say. Okay, so let's see. So for your number, looks like 4. 444 is the number of angels being with you, but it's also 444 is about a decision needing to be made. So maybe you are one of those people that are stuck between corporate world and spiritual world, but your gifts lie within the spiritual realms, and that's what you need to focus on and get out in nature and really get in tune with that. But it looks like a kiss is coming, so maybe you will be connected with somebody. And I love how Kiss and AC/DC both have like lightning bolts. I feel like this is kind of because it's a shift in energies coming. And yeah, so, but I feel like definitely some kind of physical connection is coming, and maybe some support to aid you in the right direction. We also have Asia, and this could be about Asia or, traveling or where you live, but it could also have to do with songs by Asia. So take a look at some of the songs. It's kind of a very peaceful band. Now, Kiss is a little more rock and roll and exciting, but there could also be some meanings in their songs as well for you. And then we have, okay, I'll give an example. I Was Made for Loving You, and then this one is Only Time Will Tell. And so here we have St. Anthony. It's the patron saint of lost things and possibly lost relationships, or helping you find a relationship or person that's meant to be with you. And then you got the mermaid, so I feel like you're really beautiful, deep, spiritual, and like Ariel, you have that voice. Like she lost her voice. That is like a very metaphorical story, and I don't know. I'm not going to get real deep into it, but it has a lot to do with the feminine and woman and our voices being heard, kind of thing. So think about that, So you got N and a T and a D. And you got a hanger, so like maybe new wardrobe, some clothes to like help with your confidence. You got piano, music, Sagittarius, which means optimistic, I think. Yep. You got a lot of letters here, so you got K and an E and an X and a Y and an R and a T and an F and an I and a J and an A and an M Another